Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Dive Deeper with Peter
Hey there!
and Johan. Today we will talk about SEO or
Search Engine Optimization. What does SEO mean and what is good for, Johan?
So Peter, if you make your SEO well, you will appear in the first searches in search engines like Google or Seznam in Czech Republic.
So I will have more presence.
Exactly.
Is it great for acquiring new customers? So
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
and making a great brand.
So anyone who's trying to reach out to people needs this.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's cool.
if you are on internet, you probably need this. Fast, if you don't have any time. How to make a great SEO, have a great product that has value, with great description that people care about. Now you can go, or you can stay with us and dive deeper. For the history and present.
Yeah. SEO is as old as the internet itself, or at least search engines itself. There were times where you have to use just two things. One was,
Backlinks.
and the second was keywords.
Exactly.
These days it's not that simple. We will just run through a list of stuff that you have to do and break them down later. So Johan, what do you think is the most important thing to do when you're making a SEO?
It's probably relevant content for your search term. I mean, if your website has a headline with I sell BMW, and if you in body text will talk about Mercedes, you will have a problem. Your people will leave and you will get punished by search engines. So I think that's the most important thing. What do you think is most important for you?
Yeah, as a developer, I think that's the technical part of your service, you know. From front end to time to first byte, sitemaps, robots, TXT, and a lot of more additional stuff like rich snippets.
Okay, so this was just a brief summary of what does SEO means now and how to do it well. Now we will go through each specific step and point, and we will try to tell you what we think is important, why it's important, and how it can help you and how you can do it better. Let's go deeper.
Through the file of love.
Okay, so let's start with code structure. Peter, tell me more about code structure and how you should do it well if you want to appear as the first search in Google.
Yeah, there are some best practices, you know, like having just one H1 tag on your website for heading, following standards of great, just like web design. That means that you don't have empty src tags, empty alt tags, and so on. Your assets are gzipped, your CSS and JavaScript is compressed. And there's like really a lot of things that you have to struggle with in your code.
So down below in the description you can find a link for an article how to do this better on your website, and we think that article is really good. So go and read it.
That's for the code structure on the front end, I think. Then there is backend. You can adjust your server to serve files more precisely with server-side caching, either caching the template or at least your assets.
Maybe it's important to tell that Google still and other search engine optimization ranks you, give you some points for these things we will talk about. And as we said, back in time it was much easier. You get a lot of points for backlinking, for keywords. Now it's more like parted into many small things. I don't know, Peter, what do you think? It's better to focus on one of these topics we will talk about and do it best you can, or make all of them just somehow that are good enough.
I would suggest to enhance like every aspect that you can for like a MVP, you know.
Okay.
Make it better than you have it already, and then if you want, and you know what's the most important thing for you. I would like to ask you a question as you are a designer. Do you know what aspects of user behavior and UX design are involved in SEO ranking?
Yeah, they are, and there's another point. It's important for your website, for Google, how your users behave on your website. So that means if you appear on search, like first website or second website, and someone click on your site, go there and leave after 5 seconds, you will get points down. And that's because probably your website was not relevant for user search. But if your website is good, has good content, catches the user's attention, and the user maybe stay there for a longer time or make some conversions like clicking buttons or buying some stuff, you will get points up. Also for this, it's pretty important, mainly for Google, to have a Google Analytics code, which is pretty important and pretty simple, because then Google can track your the behavior of users on your website.
And rank you better. So nowadays, we can say that even great UI and UX design is part of your SEO.
Yeah, I think so. It's really a complex game.
Sure.
Now, Peter, I would love to ask you how you can achieve the thing that if you type something in the search, that you can see like a short summary of the website. It's not just headline and description. There are more links, maybe just some navigation or recipe sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you think. That's called structured data. It's like you have a snippet in JSON on your website or on your page, and it contains all of the most important information what you can find on the page. As you said, in the case of a receipt, that could be like the steps you have to go through and ingredients. There are some cases like product, when you have a product photo and ratings, I don't know, etc.
Okay.
And you will implement it as a script in a JSON format with the structure of the thing called structured data. You can find it on Google. They have really great debugger for this thing.
We will link all this thing down below in the description for you.
So Johan, I've heard a lot of times that content is the king. But what does it mean? And how can I make a great quality content for my user base? How do I know that it's what I'm creating is good quality for my user base?
Content is really important. I don't know if it's a king. You will tell us about it more, but it's really important to have a quality content that is relevant to your site, and that means, for example, writing a blog. If you write a blog for your e-commerce site, like we do sell medical shoes for women, and we write about how you can improve your health, how you can improve your leg pain, back pain, etc. etc. And that is relevant content. It's important to make your content periodically. So write every day article about stuff that are relevant to your business. And I got one tip for you, and that's making a research about keywords. So go to Google Trends or AdWords Keyword Planner and find keywords that are user searching, that are relevant to your business, and write articles about that. So for example, for us, it's article about how to choose the right medical shoe for leg pain or foot pain or back pain, anything. And we write this headline and article about that because we know that it has many searches in Google or SESNAM.
I know there's technique for determining your keywords. It's the thing that you implement, a thing called Google Search Console on your site, and it will help you. It will show you the Google searches that lead your traffic to your website. We will show you this and link it below the video.
Now let's go. Gosh, a quick timeout, but it's not. Now we will show you the Search Console and how to determine your keywords, how to learn from these data.
It's entry point for your keyword research.
Exactly. So if you type into Google search.google or Search Console in Google, you will find something that will lead you to this site. You can see how many clicks you got from Google. And if you want to see a more detailed report, click on this button.
One thing, you need to have the Google Search Console snippet on your website implemented to have access to this data.
That's important, and also you have to turn it on in Google Analytics, I think, and connect it. It is a process.
Yeah, like we will link below
some video about how to do it.
Video or article.
Yeah,
definitely.
So here you can see that most of our searches are just simple nouns. Zdravotní obuv, that means medical shoe in English, foot pain, something like that, and this is because we are having a lot of advertisement on Facebook that is just pushing our brand, so people are going to Google and just type the brand name and try to find us through that. Peter, show me what we can see here. It looks like article.
It looks like article theme in reality. And I would suggest to look at on the queries, look on the right side, where's the impressions count and the clicks count.
What is the difference between impression and clicks?
Impression is when a user types this query into Google and you will appear in search. Click is when the user clicks on your link. As you can see, you get calculated average position here and average CTR, which means click-through rate. And that's one of your most important metrics. Also, this jak narovnat prsty na nohu, or how to straighten your food, is the long tail keyword. Those are the keywords that you want to target. And why? I want to target long tail keywords.
If I wanna know.
Yeah. You want to target this long tail keywords because they are very specific, and if you give the value expected with these keywords, you're really going to win your customer.
Yeah, I got another tip for this. A lot of time it's better to focus on some specific keyword like long tail keyword or something not that abstract, because if you choose something like medical shoes or something like only shoes, you have a big competition there. There are big brands that are paying a lot of money. They are working on the sell for like 10 years, and it's much harder for you to be the first one. And if you look at the data, people mostly care about the first one or about the first page of the search. And so sometimes it's better to go for the fewer search terms for long tail keywords and try to be there for people and be the best there. And more relevant, as you said.
Yeah, that's just the thing. Show how you can help solve the specific problem of a specific person.
Okay, now let's go and look to Google Trends. That's pretty interesting and a simple tool that everyone can use. Maybe you just can look at it for fun. So what are Google Trends good for? If you are deciding between two keywords and you don't know what is better, which of them is better, maybe something like foot pain or back pain, and what you should target and what should you write article about today, you can use Google Trends and see what people are searching for. So Peter?
Yeah, so let's start with back pain. Okay, and we will compare it to foot pain. You can clearly see that a lot of more people are having problems with back pain.
So for you, it's maybe more relevant to write an article about back pain, but as I said before, check the competition there, check the players who are playing on that field of the back pain, and if you can compete with them.
Well, one other thing here in Google Trends is that you have related queries for the queries that you were trying to compare. So as you can see, here is for the back pain, here's how to sleep with lower back pain. What can I use it for?
You can just use this as your article headline, for example. This is pretty much great article headline what your article could have. Also, it's good to look at this long tail keyword, search it, and see if there are a big competition. If so, try to pick some of the lower ones so you don't have to compete against the big players.
And now let's look how to check the competition for your desired keyword. There's a tool in Google AdWords called AdWords Keyword Planner. You have to have created AdWords account with a linked credit card and one campaign that doesn't have to be active. And this is how the AdWords Keyword Planner looks like. So what are we right now doing is setting up our, let's say,
we are giving the Google information about what we are doing and and he'll try to give us the best keywords for us that we could use. And from that we can see the competition on the keywords itself. Yeah, let's go for English native keywords. Okay, good ideas. Tell me, Google, you are so smart. They know everything. You can see that average monthly searches for all the ideas Google gave us is between 1,000 and 10,000, mostly for term medical shoes. Google told us that that's the best thing we can use. Competition there, you can see it's high from Google point. Also the suggested bid is pretty high, like for one click paying 20 crown, that means like $1. That's a lot, I think.
I will now say how I would pick up my keywords and you can tell me if it's the right procedure.
Okay.
I will go for longer tail keywords that doesn't have to have so much average monthly searches and has lower competition, and if I find one, lower bid.
No,
What do you think about this tactic?
I think that's a good tactic to choose the right keywords on your website, or you can use it even for your website to write headline H1 as you said in at the start of this video, or in SMO, search marketing optimization, if you are planning your campaigns in Google AdWords.
So it's not useful just for content marketing, but even for your ad creation. And now we've gone through a lot of best practices or great practices that we know, and we want to share with you the information about what not to do.
So you asked me if the content is still the king, and I told them that you will tell me more about it. So now, come Peter, tell you.
Yeah, I think that it's not like bullshit, that content is the king, but I think that's a little bit overrated because if you have the best quality content and really targeted with long tail keywords that is helping people, and you have like a shitty website, you will never be on top of the search.
True that.
That's one thing.
As we said, it's so fucking complex.
It can't be more true. So don't underestimate your technical part of SEO.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. The second thing, as Johan said, don't duplicate content. You will get punished for this tactic.
Also, I told you that it's good to write everyday article to have it periodically because Google likes that. But Google do not like if you write just small articles about nothing. They mostly rank longer articles that are having a lot of information, that are relevant to readers. So do not exchange those two. I think it's better to write one article per week, but good article, a good one with a lot of keywords, with relevant keywords.
Yeah, Google will promote you because they think that longer articles with much more keywords are more informative to users, and they want to give informative things to users.
Also today, it's really important to be on social media and have backlinks from social media, have people coming from social media. Google will rank you up for this one.
But don't also overestimate this. Still, the biggest part of the SEO ranking is your backlinks. How many backlinks do you have over the internet? And it is much more valuable to have more links on more sites than having a really great social media profiles.
Also, when we are in the link building, Google appreciate if you have links from bigger sites. So if something like, I don't know, New York Times will link you, it's great for you. But if something like Janine's blog will get linked to you, it will not be that great. But as said Peter, it's better to have like barrage of these links than one big link from social media. And also link farms do not work today. Google is like slashing this one. So that's it. Today's SEO is much more complex than back in days. You have to make a lot of things work well in your advance.
It starts from great product that helps someone, that is greatly presented with a lot of great keywords. Everything just has to be great. Even your technical part on your presentation website. Great social media profile that gives useful information and is engaging your users.
Proper blog that is periodically released, has a good keywords in it. You have to do a lot of keyword research. Maybe sometimes you have to pay Google for some articles so you get some reach, awareness to the people, so they search you later on.
And one last thing, SEO is changing like every year or even every month. So don't forget to check new trends and new features that could help you rank better.
Yeah, so thank you for watching, for staying with us. We would like to hear your opinion on this. We would like to hear your feedback on us. Still trying to make us better in English, in presentation, but we really like it. I think we enjoy it a lot with Peter, and we would appreciate if you leave us like or subscribe to this channel for more videos. The next topic, I think we were thinking about something like Facebook ads for beginners, or something like how to make a convertible product page, how to start an e-commerce.
Yeah, I think we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We have a lot of topics in our pockets.
Don't forget to watch.